Hello and welcome back to Crypto Lion. Today we'll be discussing whether you can retire early through Bitcoin. Like and subscribe to this channel to see more videos like this one. Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency to ever be created, sparking the birth of an entire industry and thousands upon thousands of altcoins to be created in its image. Not only is Bitcoin the first of its kind, but it's been designed to disrupt and replace paper-based fiat currencies to become the global digital currency used by the entire population, regardless of what country or region they live in. Bitcoin price has lately become the hot-button topic, since the forefather of all cryptocurrencies is making headway in revisiting its highest price level at $20,000, established on December 17, 2017. However, a wise investor should always think far ahead and ask themselves what Bitcoin will be worth in 5 years. We'd also like to offer our Bitcoin price prediction for the next 5 to 10 years, taking into account the Bitcoin price history and its fundamental value. Needless to say, that ever since PayPal announced that it's stepping into the cryptocurrency space by offering its 360 million users an option to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin directly on its online platform, the price of Bitcoin has been pumping hard. The performance profile of the first cryptocurrency looks as follows: 87.4% to the upside against USD in 1 year, 42.3% gain in a month, and 5.4% price appreciation in the past 7 days. This is undoubtedly bullish performance, and it's had a significant impact on the alignment of forces, so to speak, on the Bitcoin historical chart. The Bitcoin price chart for the years ahead, 2022, 23, 25, and 2030, confirms that the uptrend will persist throughout that period of time. Our Bitcoin price prediction model suggests that in 6 months, Bitcoin will be worth $28,330, whereas the 12-month projection puts Bitcoin at $38,104, which marks 135% price appreciation. This price expectation is supported by the fact that the FOMO around the cryptocurrency hasn't even kicked in yet, as the Google search data still shows that the interest towards Bitcoin remains quite low, especially when compared to that of 2017. Besides, the majority of search inquiries about Bitcoin price come from developing countries, which is great for adoption purposes, but also signifies the fact that retail investors from the first world economies haven't jumped on the bandwagon yet. Once they do, the USD value of Bitcoin will rise exponentially, so there is little to no doubt that the all-time high is going to be met and surpassed over the course of this year. Despite the fact that Bitcoin remains a risky asset that has the proclivity towards significant price fluctuations, like those we've witnessed during 2020, this cryptocurrency has one important trait, which is adding a zero to its price at least once every few years. Right now, we might be looking at the nascent stage of the bull market that could last for 3 to 5 years, since the cryptocurrency industry itself, and the market by association, has been getting more mature, which means more protracted but also more sustainable periods of market growth before it naturally begins to degrade. One Bloomberg analyst claims that the maturity time during which Bitcoin goes from one price hike to another tends to double with every cycle, which puts Bitcoin price in USD at over $100,000 by 2025 and beyond. In 4 years, the price of Bitcoin will shoot up by 1,416% and put a $246,000 price tag on it. And to answer the question, what will Bitcoin be worth in 2025? Our model insists that Bitcoin will rise to the stratosphere by about 2,913% and end up being valued at $488,886. Our prediction falls in line with that of Max Keiser, the well-known broadcaster and Bitcoin proponent, who sees Bitcoin at $400,000 in the next few years. To summarize, in 5 years, Bitcoin will be worth anywhere from $100,000 to $488,000, which suggests that now might be the best time to buy Bitcoin, since the bull market is at the nascent stage. Bitcoin offers one of the most compelling risk-reward profiles among assets. As our analysis suggests, it should scale from roughly $200 billion today to $1 to $5 trillion network capitalization during the next 5 to 10 years. Whether you're an existing or prospective investor, you've probably been watching Bitcoin's recent performance obsessively. With a current market cap of about $642 billion and a price of $34,620, Bitcoin has far outstripped its previous all-time high of $20,000. Its bullish run began in early November, rising from $13,824 to $15,463 in the space of just 1 week. Since then, its price hasn't slowed down. In fact, it was averaging a daily growth rate of almost $1,000 a day before the end of 2020. Ever since Bitcoin came to our computers in 2009, the world of cryptocurrency has been famously hard to predict. Some people believed that crypto would never take off, while others thought that it would replace fiat money within a matter of years. Neither of those outcomes has happened yet, but we have seen the price of Bitcoin skyrocket and crash numerous times in the last decade. In 2022, Provisiony Bitcoin expects the price of Bitcoin to reach a top price of $226,000. Although this isn't equal to the heights that Tom Fitzpatrick has predicted in the leaked Citibank reports, it's still a very encouraging value. The platform expects the Bitcoin asset price to hit $100,000 in January 2022, before skyrocketing to double that by April, an incredible growth rate of more than 100% in less than 4 months. According to this forecast, November 2022 will see the price of Bitcoin fall back down to $146,000, though Bitcoin price will reclimb to $182,000 before the end of 2022. But do you want to retire early? I guess you might be saying no. By 2025, Bitcoin will be traded between $100,000 and $400,000. In 2030, Bitcoin is likely to be worth over $1 million. With the rate of increase in Bitcoin price and shooting up with future predictions, I don't think you should be eager to retire soon. Why not work a little bit more and enjoy more productive income at the end? Bitcoin price in the following 10 years will be determined not as much by its supply-to-demand ratio, as around 90% of the 21 million coins have already been mined, but rather by the rate of adoption of both blockchain and Bitcoin. Right now, all on-chain metrics are extremely positive for Bitcoin, which means that in 10 years' time, we'll see a true mass adoption of Bitcoin and other strong cryptocurrencies that might well push the price of Bitcoin to $1 million or higher. The year 2030 could catch investors in the midst of the third bull market that is likely to begin taking shape in 2024. After the next Bitcoin halving event that will cut the block reward to 3,125 coins and ultimately shorten the supply and drop the inflation rate. Plus, let's not forget that Bitcoin represents arguably the most lucrative market for millennials and the people of Generation X, who are likely to choose a digital asset over something like commodities and property, thus bringing Bitcoin's market capitalization and its price to a whole new level. The recent bull run in the crypto markets has been incredibly exciting to watch, with Bitcoin smashing records in early Jan after surging to $41,941. Institutional adoption has led to a favorable forecast in the short term, but for investors who are concerned they may be buying at a bad time, Bitcoin price prediction for 2025 can prove useful. Bitcoin's market cap has the potential to reach $3 trillion in just 4 years' time. This would result in a price per coin of about $140,000. Although triple-digit growth may seem exceedingly outlandish, do remember that Bitcoin achieved this and much more in 2020 alone. Here's some proof of the rise in Bitcoin price in the future. Robert Kiyosaki, New York Times bestselling author of the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, has been recommending his followers to buy gold and Bitcoin. He calls for gold to reach $3,000 an ounce and Bitcoin to reach $75,000 within the next 3 years. Max Keiser, investor and host of the Keiser Report, calls for $100,000 Bitcoin in the short term, but $400,000 in the long term. Keiser is one of Bitcoin's most outspoken bulls, calling for $100,000 since the asset was just trading at $1. His new $100,000 target, though, is for the end of 2020. Meanwhile, $400,000 is a long-term goal due to the coronavirus and a comparison to gold. Bitcoin developer and early electronic cash pioneer Adam Back says that Bitcoin should reach as high as $300,000 over the next several years. The price of Bitcoin will peak in 2023 at $130,000. Over the next 2 years, Bitcoin price will continue to climb, before falling again in the run-up to 2026. We believe that Bitcoin will hit the following yearly highs: $121,871 in 2022, an all-time high of $130,000 in 2023. 2024 would see it drop back down to $90,000, and closing off 2025 at $89,000. This outlook is ultimately a mix of good and bad news. For any investors who are worried that Bitcoin's bullish run will precede a massive and sudden crash that will take it back to its pre-December prices, it's an encouraging sign. And just like a new bull market started and the bubble pattern began again right after each hard-coded halving, another one is due towards the end of 2024 and into 2025. 2025 should line up well with the current price action, since the halving takes place roughly every 4 years, giving Bitcoin a unique 4-year market cycle. Considering all of the massive price projections and forecasts from industry experts that suggest Bitcoin will someday replace all currencies across the globe, it's easy to see why so many are bullish on Bitcoin, and why Bitcoin price predictions can reach such high numbers. The revolutionary technology has sparked an entire industry aimed at disrupting traditional finance, and cryptocurrencies are already well on their way to widespread adoption and regular use by the mainstream public. With Bitcoin about to take off on yet another bull run, the opportunity to profit has never been greater. And with Bitcoin's price expected to reach $100,000 to as much as $1 million per Bitcoin, it's never too late to get started. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click on that notification bell. What other Bitcoin topics would you like us to talk about? Let us know in the comments below. Good luck and happy investing.
Bye.